Okay, well, let's think the appointed time has arrived. So we'll call the meeting to order and ask the clerk if she would take a roll call.
Ms. Dunn,
Here.
Mr. Stovall,
Here.
Dr. Na,
Here.
Mr. Weber,
Here.
Ms. Penner.
Here.
Through the chair, we have quorum.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. And just a welcome to Noel, our new member. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. Let's go to the approval of the consent calendar. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to take a look at that.
Yes.
Do we have, well, first of all, anyone like to take anything off the consent calendar? Not hearing anything. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the consent calendar.
Okay, motion by Dr. Na,
I will second that motion.
second by Ms. Dunn. Clerk would take the roll, please.
Oh, we do need to just quickly ask for public comment.
Oh, sure. Any public comment? No public. Not saying anything here. I assume none in Fresno.
None in Fresno, none online.
Okay, great. The clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Dr. Na,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Ms. Penner.
Yes.
Through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. We'll go then to the public hearing portion of our agenda. Ask all those who will be testifying to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that the testimony you should give in the matters before this board should be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Record should reflect all responded affirmatively. So let's go then to S2427S, short variance for Mapozo Cogeneration Company.
That one has been withdrawn late yesterday. We received the email that it has been, they requested a withdrawal.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, that shortens the agenda a little bit. Let's go then to S2428S for Era Energy LLC, short variance. If you come forward, and if you would, state your name and spell it for the record, please. Oh yeah, you gotta kind of punch the button there. So there you go. Thank you.
Sam Parks, SAM, EARKS, HSE advisor for ERA.
Okay, Sam, thank you.
Brian Waymeyer, ERIWAYMIRE, Cogen supervisor for ERA Energy.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Okay, we will go ahead and consider your petition as your initial testimony. You have a chance to respond after the staff testimony as well. And Estella, I think this is yours.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Before I begin, can you please ask Brian to spell the last name again? The clerk wasn't able to hear it.
WAYMIRE.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Estela Soto, and I'm a senior air quality specialist here at the district. Before you is ERA Energy LLC. ERA has a light and heavy oil production operation within the Lost Hills oil field in Kern County. Water and gases are produced with the crude oil and treated at ERA's dehydration facilities and gas plant. The Cogeneration 13 facility, or Cogen 13, produces steam and electricity for the production operations. Cogen 13 Unit 6 was restarted on July 3rd and is required to perform a source test within the 60 days of startup. The unit had a gearbox failure on about July 31st, and primarily due to supply chain issues, is not expected to be repaired in time for the source test, which is due on September 1st. The exact nature of the gearbox failure is not yet been determined, and the solution and timing may differ depending on the root cause. ERA is working towards completing the repairs by November 15th, 2024, and plans to schedule the source test no later than November 29th, 2024. Therefore, ERA has requested a short variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to applicable conditions of the subject permits. The requested variance would be for a 90-day period to occur sometime between September 1st and November 29th, 2024 inclusive. If granted, the variance would allow ERA to postpone the compliance source test until the Cogen 13 Unit 6 gearbox is repaired and the required source test is completed. No excess emissions are expected to occur during the variance period, nor is any relief being sought from the applicable permit emissions limits. The district believes that the required findings set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that ERA Energy LLC be granted a short variance with the conditions on pages 3 and 4 of the staff report. And that concludes the district's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Estella. Any questions for Estella?
No.
Okay, seeing none, would the petitioner would like to add anything?
At this point, I don't think I have any.
Okay. Do we have any public comment? Not seeing any public comment here. Do we have anything in Fresno?
None in Fresno and none online.
Okay, great. So we'll close the hearing on this matter then and see if we have a motion.
I'll motion.
Corey?
All right, I move to approve ERA Energy LLC petition for a short variance set forth in docket number S-24-28S with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by reference as set forth in the staff report. The variance shall be effective for a 90-day period to occur sometime between September 1st, 2024 and November 29th, 2024 inclusive, or until the compliance test is completed, and shall be subject to the conditions on pages 3 and 4 of the staff report.
Okay, thank you, Corey. Okay, motion by Mr. Weber. Do we have a second?
Second the motion.
Second by Ms. Dunn. Clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Dr. Na,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Ms. Penner.
Yes.
Through the chair, motion passes.
The variance is granted, and thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll move then to S-2429S, short variance for Alon Bakersfield Refining. And come forward and a familiar character, but
There he
please
is.
state your name for the record and spell it, please.
Lali, the last A.
Yeah, could you repeat that, please, and speak a little closer into the microphone? We're having a hard time catching that here in the central office.
Yeah, it was a little off center. So.
Matthew Jalali, Jalali.
Okay. And again, Matthew, will consider your petition, your initial testimony. And Shannon, I think this is yours.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. My name is Shannon Moore. I'm an air quality specialist here at the district. Before you this morning is Alon Bakersfield Refining. They are an idle petroleum refinery that is in the process of converting to renewable diesel fuel production. There's no active petroleum refining on site, and portions of the facility associated with petroleum production are being taken out of service. District rules and permit conditions require Alon to operate a vapor recovery system to collect vapors from tanks that still contain VOC containing liquids. The collected vapors are routed to a fuel gas system or one of two flares for combustion. Alon's plans for producing renewable diesel include adding another storage tank to hold organic liquids. District rules require the new tank to be connected to a vapor recovery system. In order to safely connect the tank, the vapor recovery system must be shut down. While the vapor recovery system is shut down, Alon also plans to update the programming and replace 4 valves that are part of the system. A total of 5 tanks are affected by the variance, and the total vapor recovery system downtime will not exceed 24 hours. The facility will be in violation of district rules and permit conditions when the vapor recovery system is offline. Therefore, Alon has requested a short variance from requirements of the applicable district rules. In addition to the applicable conditions of the subject permits, the requested short variance period would be effective for a non-consecutive 24-hour period to occur sometime between September 12th, 2024 and October 11th, 2024 inclusive. If granted, the short variance would allow for the continued storage of VOC-containing liquids without a functional or operating vapor recovery system, while Alon adds a new storage tank to the system and completes the additional work, updated programming and valve replacements. Alon provided detailed emissions calculations and have calculated that excess VOC emissions for a full 24-hour period will not exceed 24 pounds of VOCs. The district has reviewed those calculations to determine they are appropriate for the variance. The district believes the required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that Alon Bakersfield Refining be granted a short variance with the conditions on pages 3 and 4. That concludes the district's presentation.
Thank you, Shannon. Matthew, anything you'd like to add?
No, I don't have it.
Okay. Do we have any public comment? Not seeing anything here in Bakersfield.
None in Fresno and none online.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. With that, then we'll close the hearing on this matter and see if we have a motion or discussion.
I'll make a motion for you,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman. I move to approve to Alon Bakersfield Refinery. Let's see. Variance number S-24-29-S. And with the required 6 findings of health and safety code adopted by reference as set forth in this staff report. The variance will be effective for a non-consecutive 24-hour period to occur sometime between September 12th, 2024 and October 11th, 2024 inclusive. And of course, that's on the pages 3 and 4 of this staff report.
Okay, thank you. Motion by Ms. Dunn. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Weber, the clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Dr. Na,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Ms. Penner.
Yes.
Through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So the variance is granted. Thank you. Okay. I think that concludes our hearing calendar. So let's go to public comments. I'll read the required statement. This time is made available for comments from the public on matters within the board's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda. It's requested that no comments be made during this period on items on the agenda. Public may make comments after each board agenda item during the time allowed for public comment. Additionally, state law prohibits the hearing board from acting on matters that are not on this agenda. Not seeing any public comment here in Bakersfield. How about Fresno?
None in Fresno and none online.
Okay, great. Thank you. Hearing board member comments. Just great job as always by the staff, everyone involved.
Yep.
Anything else?
Clear.
Okay. With that then, any new business? I suspect not. Our next meeting will be, I got the date here. Yeah, October 9, 2024. So With that, we will go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you very much and welcome, Noel. It's nice to see you again. Thank you. It's nice to have a
you.
full board.
Oh, it
We've-
is. Yeah, we were
We
just-
haven't had this in a while, so
Long time,
years. Yeah, years. So it looks very nice from here. Very nice.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, right?
At
Yeah,
least, yes,
Yeah,
at least.
yeah.
So
So
thank
we
you